Hey, church family, Pastor Justin here. What a different America I returned to than the one I left when I took a couple of weeks away with my bride to celebrate our 30th anniversary. The news of the assassination and martyrdom of Charlie Kirk certainly has rippled through the world. Everywhere we were, people asked us all about it. And of course, my heart was to be with you in the pulpit immediately following that Sunday to address things from a biblical perspective, which I will tomorrow. But Acts chapter 6 and 8 speak of the martyrdom of Stephen. We're going to talk about the voice of a martyr and what martyrdom is, what it means to live so boldly for the truth that you will live to proclaim it, or even if necessary, die to defend it, and the effect of martyrdom, like what we have witnessed, is meant to have on the church, and some conversation about now what's next for us. How do we live in light of this? How do we speak to the people in our lives that are asking questions, where opportunities to be clear about the gospel, which Charlie certainly was. We're going to offer all of that. But you would have gotten a text that our service time has changed, and I want to explain that. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., Desert Bible Church, meeting at the Cicero Gym at 6 p.m. Instead of our normal 10 a.m. time. And tell your friends and those who would be interested in coming as well, who may have their own activity on Sunday morning. But we changed the service time for a couple of reasons. The reason was not, of course, because Charlie and his memorial is more important than worship. In fact, Charlie would be the first one to say that the preaching of the word and the worship of Christ is the most honoring thing you could do to celebrate him. The timing of the event here in Arizona, where literally a few 100,000 people are expected to descend on the stadium, that's going to create quite a stir and drama and congestion in our backyard, and certainly an opportunity for us to speak biblically. And I know a number of you are even planning on attending or certainly watching live. The reason we moved the service time is because I got a very important phone call this morning, and it was from Turning Point USA, and it had a specific ask in there that is going to be very, very shaping for our opportunities going forward with the gospel. Turning Point Faith asked me not only to attend specifically tomorrow at the event, but because going forward, and this is one of Charlie's greatest desires and unfulfilled prayers up till now, that the Church of Jesus Christ would step up and lead the way. There is a moment now for us not to miss where churches have the opportunity to step forward, be bold in faith and courageous with the message of the gospel, speaking truth in a culture that doesn't want to hear it. But an opportunity for us as a church, and me tomorrow, to learn more about how specifically to be engaged. Now what? There are so many requests for what Charlie stood for, to be stewarded and led by church pastors. And as you know, and you've seen, it's been all over social media, there are a lot of pastors who are in a Disney princess parade, trying to avoid offense, trying to not speak boldly and clearly, and actually stepping away. And others who maybe haven't had a voice, finding their voice and being all the more bold. And you have everything from passivity and cowardice to outrage and wrong expressions. For a while, I have talked closely with the TPUSA faith side about how we as a church specifically be involved, and that opportunity now has a new expression that provides leadership from us that I believe is important. So in light of the fact that this is an event that is going to be on the minds and the hearts of people, that needs nuance, that needs help, clarity biblically with the greatest amount of exposure that we can offer, as well as opportunity for us to go forward and speak the truth with clarity in our culture, and to be a rallying point where we who plant the flag on what the Bible says as salt and light Christians who are unashamed with the gospel, we have decided to move everything to tomorrow night. We've invited a series of guests. Our whole student life outreach will also be there. You may know of friends and family members who are also got questions that maybe aren't being answered in their churches, and people who are listening for the first time, who want a careful explanation of what the Bible says and how to think about this issue in such a turbulent moment. All of that has moved us to say, let's get rallied together with clarity tomorrow night, 6 p.m. at the gym. Bring your friends, come prayerful. I'd encourage you to watch the memorial, if you're not going, to at least see a cultural event that has radical implications for us as followers of Christ. And we'll talk about more what that looks like. I can't wait to see you tomorrow night, and I can't wait to be back in my pulpit where I belong. I've missed you, and I love you, and we'll see you then.